Hello there, beautiful people. Welcome back to the channel. Just wanted to touch base with you guys and talk about something that I find very, very disturbing. Now, my experience and knowledge with regard to this subject matter is very limited, so I'm not going to go into too much detail with my stupid opinions. I'll just tell you what happened and why I feel disturbed. So this is what I want to talk about. U.S. law banning female genital mutilation declared unconstitutional. Now, as you guys know, I'm a libertarian. I love the Constitution. I love American freedoms. So whatever the legal experts believe, whatever consensus they have, I'm sure it's more well informed than mine. I was just deeply, deeply hurt by a lot of this. And I'll just tell you what this reminded me of in a minute. Just a little more detail. As despicable as this practice may be, it is essentially a criminal assault. Friedman wrote, FGM is not part of a large market and it has no demonstrated effect on interstate commerce. This Commerce Clause does not permit Congress to regulate a crime of this nature. This is from the Guardian, a Guardian article. Now, as we move on, the story gets a little more depressing, at least, depressing in my opinion. Gina Belaya, a spokeswoman for the U.S. Attorney Matthew Schneider in Detroit, said the prosecutor's office would review the decision before deciding whether to appeal. The decision removed the main charges against Jumana Nagarwala, a doctor who performed the procedure on 9 girls. 9 girls. From Michigan, Illinois, and Minnesota at another doctor's clinic in Detroit, suburb of Livonia. Now, I don't know what's up in Minnesota. I know Dearborn, Michigan. That's a very Muslim populated, I think a Muslim majority city. I don't know much about Minnesota. FGM is a custom performed on girls from her Muslim sect, the Dawoodi Bohra. And 4 of the 8 defendants were dismissed from the case, including 3 of the 4 mothers accused of subjecting their daughters to FGM. I'll just tell you very briefly what this reminded me of. And I'm not trying to be deep. I'm not trying to make any legislative advice or anything. I'm not smart enough for any of that. I'll just tell you what this reminded me of. A lot of you guys know my background. You guys know where I come from. I come from a Muslim majority country in Southeast Asia. My family, they're not fundamentalist in any sense, but attended a lot of sermons. There's a mosque 3 feet away from our house. Been exposed to this religion from a very young age. And I'll just tell you one thing that reminded this entire story reminded me of. Before leaving for the States, I've attended a lot of sermons, and one of those sermons, well, not one, but many of them had this common theme as to how people here can defeat the West and stuff. And a lot of the fundamentalist preachers would say something like this: we're going to defeat the West with the wombs of our women. They're referring to population, make more and more kids. We're going to defeat the West through al-hijra, which is immigration. We're going to defeat the West through, this is something that really struck me, by using their own freedoms against them. And this story just reminded me of those sermons that I attended, and I hated. I hated it for how badly it collided with my own rules of morality, how badly it made me feel about everyone around me. And this story, this just took me home to all those things. Anyways, you guys, that's the story. Just wanted to share. Not a lot to say about this. Let me know what you guys think. Talk to you later.